Usual option activity, UOA, that we're talking about on 3 at 3. Appreciate all of you. I'm just getting another fill here, and as soon as I acknowledge this one, so that the team knows that I'm in it, bang, I'm ready to roll. So let's do that. That being this. This is 3 at 3 for the 6th of January, 2021. Appreciate you joining me here, folks. It's always great to have you. And again, if you're new, we love to have you and to welcome you to 3 at 3. The disclaimer that I have to read, I know those of you who watch every day are probably tired of this, but nonetheless, this is for educational and informational purposes only. All investments involve risk. Full stop. Intellectual property rights. Yes, we have registered marks, trademarks, copyrights, as well as patents on what you're about to see. So please, before you use any of this in any form, please ask us. We would love for you to be out there proselytizing about unusual option activity, but please ask us before you decide to do that, because we are Market Rebellion and we have this intellectual property. Thank you. Unusual activity today, yes, on the halftime report. I brought a couple of them out there. Also, before we just dive in, Tony Dwyer, his 2021 playbook. You have just under an hour to sign up. It is completely free. There is no credit card taken or anything like that. There is a limit, however. Even though we've expanded the room, we can only handle 8,000 people for Tony's presentation. So please, if you want to see it live, if you want to see it today at 4 p.m. Eastern Time live, then you need to register. Otherwise, you'll get to watch it tomorrow. So you decide. It's free. And Tony is a brilliant guy. He's the chief market strategist over at Canaccord Genuity. I encourage you to check it out. And I would say sign up so you get it live, okay? Check it out, folks. Yesterday, check this out. Target stock was 177.80 when I first saw this activity. We saw unusual call, buying in Target. And the stock popped up about 1% to 179.52. A new all-time high was set that day of, I think, 181. There was that big buy. You see at the bottom of the screen on the left-hand side, 8,200 of them bought for $177.87. Then you saw this one, where I'm talking about it nearly $2 higher. And here was as it traded up yesterday to 181.68. And there it is today, another 4.5% higher. Bang! Check that out, folks, 188.45. Just burning to the upside. Love that. Thank you, Brian Cornell. Little applause for Brian and the team over at Target for what they have accomplished. This is a juggernaut, my friends, as well as Walmart has done. Target has done even better. And it's one of the reasons I love this stock and haven't sold a single share. Bang. If you'd like to learn more about trading stock, options, futures, cryptocurrencies, come on over to Market Rebellion. Check out marketrebellion.com/get started for more. All right, let's get to, and again, I'll repeat it, marketrebellion.com/get started for those watching or listening rather on Sirius Satellite Radio. We appreciate all of you, and I know you need to get all of what I can look at on the screen, but you might not have the ability to see that screen from a Sirius connection. All right. So I own Nike, love Nike, and Nike came out with some pretty strong activity today. The stock, 143.37, up $2. They came out and bought the April 145 calls. Love that activity. I joined them in there. It wasn't so far out of the money that I said, I got to buy something else. So what I always do, as you know, I try to put it into a one-to-one call spread. Not immediately in this case, because I think Nike pushes higher, and then I'll be able to sell a higher strike, perhaps even at the same price that I paid for these, which would be lovely. It means I have no money at risk, and I have all the upside of potentially turning that $5 spread into $5, which at 150 it would be. Meanwhile, you need to understand how to trade options before you jump into anything like that. So just be aware there's time decay, but not very much out there in April because it's 4 months into the future. Speaking about the future, how about this? One of our best investments last year, Pete's and mine, was to put money into Voyager. Now, Voyager is a cryptocurrency broker. They are a zero commission crypto broker. They also pay up to 9.5% for what you decide to leave there. So, meaning if you buy Bitcoin and you pay 30,000 bucks, how'd you like to earn 9.5% on that? Well, if you do become a customer over at Voyager, you can do just that. Encourage you to check it out. 50 plus digital assets, commission-free, crypto made simple, and it's all right there on your cell phone. Make sure you check it out. That is Voyager. It's in the Apple Store. It's also on Google Play. Murphy Oil, MUR. Okay, so we saw unusual activity in Murphy Oil as well. And I own Murphy Oil calls. I bought these calls. These were February 15s, I believe. I plan to hold them for several weeks. And I think that this, as I told Liz Young, she, of course, of BNY, Bank of New York Mellon, brilliant lady. We've enjoyed her insights on both halftime and our roundtables. But she said she thinks everything's going to be about equal this year. I said, I disagree, Liz. I think this is going to be an outperforming sector. We shall see. I do think that demand brings back focus onto these energy plays, and that's why I am long Murphy Oil calls, of course, because of the unusual activity. There they are, the February 15 calls. They bought about 8,000 of them. Rapid fire. Love that. I am in all of those that I've shown you so far. Target, Murphy Oil, and Nike. All right, let's get to your questions, shall we? You can send them, shoot them anytime you want at Jon Najarian. That's John with an Jon, and at 3@3_UOA. All right, what it is, William Lyons, and his Twitter handle is at LYONSWI. And he says, John, I wish more people realize that not all of us are ideologues. Radical politics on either side is non-productive and a waste of time. Whoever is in charge, we will still thrive. I fully support that view, William. That's why I have said, you know, I might have my favored political candidate in a given race, and I've voted on both sides many times, but I have traded for 39 years, and I've not let as he says, ideologues get in my way. You got to be able to make money in any market, folks. Do you really think that if you want to vote on the right, you can only make money when a Republican is in power, or if you're on the left, when a Democrat is in power? Of course not. You have to be able to make money in any market. You look at the opportunities that are set there before you. Given what happened in Georgia yesterday, do I believe that we are likely to see more investment in solar? Yes, I do. That's just a recognition of a green energy plan that I believe President Biden will champion, and he has said as much. Do I believe that regular energy will continue to do well? Yes. Now, does that mean that for 10 years I'm going to try to ride the fossil fuel train? Probably not. But I also realize that a recovery in international travel, domestic travel, in cruise lines, in shipping across Atlantic and Pacific, do I think that's not going to increase demand for fossil fuels? You bet I do. And as much as I love Elon Musk, he ain't making batteries for those big ships. Not yet. So I want to be on that trade. I am totally on board with what William's saying here. You got to trade the market. You got. And that's what I do. Target. Oh, Cardi, one of my favorites. That's at Cardi Truster, Truster. At Cardi Truster says, Target, well done, Sir John. My Jan 29 expiration 21 180 calls up 2x. In other words, Cardi doubled his or her money. on this trade. Fantastic. Up from January 15th expiration, 21 calls at the 175 strike. 4x. I love that. Now, Jon and Pete Najarian halftime DDA. That's discipline dictates action, which means when you have a big winner, you don't just watch it. You get in there and you take some money off the table, and or you roll up to a higher strike, pulling money off the table for what you've already got. If you want to believe that it keeps going and you have reason to do that, by all means do. But pull some off the table and then put on a spread or an option position at a higher strike. That's the way I do it too. So Cardi, I agree. And he says, like I said, folks, my education at Market Rebels trading weeklies correctly has been a life changer. Hey, I love to hear that. He also cites our buddy Dave Portnoy because DDTG means discipline dictate, Davy Day Trader Global, Davy Day Trader Global, which is Dave Portnoy and the boys and girls over at Barstool Sports and at Robinhood app. Love it all. Thank you, Cardi. All right, Ken Thompson, who's got that Cheshire cat that said, "We're all mad here," as his avatar, and his handle is at TomKen, THOMKEN. Replying to me, he said, "Well said, Jon Najarian. Keep the job independent from politics. When you're good, you can make money in any environment. DDA, pal, right?" That's right. Discipline dictates action. Thanks for all of your great advice and insight, and thank you for that, Ken. Also, Tom H., which is Humor Me 1234. That's Humor Me, HUMOURME 1234. In the short term, Jon Najarian is correct. All energy is headed up. Long term, you want to be in renewables, nuclear, hydrogen, and likely natural gas. Don't disagree with that, rather. But I do think that fossil fuels will be around for at least a decade and longer. And I think the investable time frame for them is at least 2 to 5 years. Nonetheless, do not disagree. Plug Power, own it. Ballard Power, own it. Fuel Cell Energy, own it. Canadian Solar and First Solar. You get the idea. I'm kind of a renewable guy. 4 p.m., that's basically what? 40 minutes from right now. Tony Dwyer joins us with his playbook for our roundtable. It's a special Rebellion roundtable at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Please join us, folks. I know you'll get a lot out of it. You'll be thoroughly entertained and educated by the insights that Tony offers. Please sign up at marketrebellion.com. Thanks for joining me today. Have a great one, folks. I'll see you tomorrow, and I wish you a very happy January 6th. Thank you.